Good morning, everyone, and happy Saturday. I am up earlier than I would have liked to be on a Saturday, but that's only because one of my best friends in the whole wide world is having a spa day, and of course, I'm going to that. So today, I'm not even upset. Well, a little bit because I did want to sleep more, but I'm not too upset about having to be up early because I am about to go and get a well needed massage, get a manicure, pedicure, all of that. So I'm happy on this Saturday. All right, so the goal for today is to be obedient. Okay, be obedient. And this one, I have struggled with obedience for a long time. And it took me a while to even realize that I was struggling with obedience. But I have an issue with, or I had, because I'm not like that anymore. I had an issue with submitting to people in authority over my life. So a lot of times I had issues with my parents telling me things at school. I never got into, well, there were a couple times I got into little tiffs with other students, but a lot of times I was arguing, not a lot of times, but sometimes I was just arguing back with teachers, or people that had authority over me. In relationships, I've had issues relinquishing my will, or allowing them to have authority over me in a relationship. So I've had troubles with being obedient. And that's exactly what being obedient is understanding the people that have authority over your life and respecting that authority. It's not necessarily relinquishing control, because just because I am being obedient to somebody doesn't mean I don't have control over my life or over my own situation. I just understand that in this situation, I do not have all of the authority. So I am going to be submissive to the person that has authority. Okay. And the word submissive even got like, it gets me sometimes, and it gets a lot of other people, especially in relationships. A lot of women will say, well, no, I will never submit to a man. But I feel like submit, they're literally thinking of The Handmaid's Tale. Okay? If anybody watches that, they're thinking, blessed be, may the Lord open. But that's not the case. Being submissive, if you're doing it right, because men should also understand the submissive nature of their woman. And really, I'm speaking husband, wife, because that's how it's normally laid out to me. Of course, if you're in a relationship and you're dating to be married, then you can adopt these rules too. But if in a relationship, women or men, I'm sorry, should understand the submissiveness, or the fact that their woman or their wife is even submitting, and they should nurture that and not abuse that. So sometimes you do have men that abuse it. So, however, women especially have a tough time submitting to men. And I feel like there's tons of movements out there that are just pro woman, and that's awesome. But don't lose the submissiveness or the obedience that comes along with that, because that is a lot of your relationship. You could probably eliminate a good percentage of the arguments that you have in your household or in your relationship if you understand the authority that he has, and he understands that he shouldn't be abusing that authority. Okay, so that was really actually a long winded answer for obedience in a relationship, as far as submissiveness, or being submissive goes. But it all goes into being obedient. And to be honest, once you are obedient, I feel like a lot of things I know, especially if you're being obedient to what God has told you to do. And if you are not sure of what God told you to do, remember, prayer is going to be your best friend, because you have to know what you are purposed to do in life. And then once you know, now it's your job to be obedient to what God has told you to do. And honestly, disobeying is just 10 times harder than being obedient. Trust me, because I've been there. I've been there and I've done that. I've disobeyed for years. And now now that I'm being obedient, I'm still picking up pieces or finding remnants of of just troubling situations that I've had, or, I'm finding remnants of just stress and confusion and turmoil due to my disobedience. Okay, so I'm still trying to put pieces back together, even though I'm being obedient now. So this is a long video, but I feel like it needed to be said because being obedient is key in life in general. It's very important, okay? It's very important to be obedient to God. First and foremost, be obedient to God, to be obedient to your parents, because God actually tells us to be obedient to our parents. So listen to what they're saying, and, do it. Not only listen, do it. And to be obedient, especially in relationships, be obedient, understand the submissiveness, women, that comes along with that. Men, understand the submissiveness that also comes along with that, and don't abuse your authority in a relationship. So yeah, just really identify the relationships that you have in those three areas. So your faith relationship, or your relationship with God, your relationship with your parents, and your relationship with your significant other, and really try to pinpoint, hey, am I being disobedient? Can I be more obedient? Or do we need to have a conversation, especially in relationships? Because if there's a situation where, obedience is lacking and you see a lot of things are falling apart because of that, maybe you need to go back to the root and say, hey, should we even be together? Which is another hard answer or hard question to answer, but it's necessary, because in every single relationship, you want to make sure that you are being obedient to what God has had you to do, and you're being obedient within those relationships. So yes, this is a very long video, and I'm sorry about that, but I feel like that needed to be said for me especially, but I'm sure for somebody else. All right, so yes, the goal for today is to be obedient. I'm going to head out of here and enjoy my wonderful spa experience. I hope everyone has a wonderful Saturday. I hope you guys get to rest. For people in Cleveland, it's still cold, but it looks pretty clear out there. But yeah, have a great Saturday and a blessed Sunday, and I will talk to you guys on Monday. Bye.